Sorry about that. Time limit ran out. Sorry about that. Time limit ran out. But like I said, with Sonic Sat AM, you could take all 26 episodes and they'd be like this. One disc, and that's it. If you kept them in they'd be a one disc deal. If you kept them in the standard 4x3 format, like I said, if you kept them in the standard 4x3 format, and just up the bit rate, and that was it. And that would be it. That's the only way you'd be able to get something like Sonic Sat AM on Blu-ray. Same with Rescue Rangers, like I mentioned earlier in part 1. The thing is, it can be done. It's just that, like I said, unless someone's down the line, or some studio down the line, decides, hey, we've come up with a non-problematic way of remastering and presenting these cartoons and live-action shows from the 80s and the 70s and the 90s in true Blu-ray high definition without any errors, hiccups, or whatever. Until someone comes up with that, like I said, the only way is just to keep them in their standard format and just up the bit rate. That's it. So, there you go. There you go. That's about it. I mean, even with the rare Blu-ray recorders that are out there, which there are plenty, they're just not really seen on the market that much. But with the Blu-ray recorders that are out there, they can hold so much. Like with a standard DVD recorder and a standard DVD recordable disc, you could hold, depending on what you're recording. If you're recording a 30-minute show, you could hold up to about, on a 6-hour format, you can hold up to about 16 episodes on a regular EP 6-hour format. Or if you had a DVD recorder that gives you the extension up to 13 and a half hours, near 14 hours like mine does, then you could probably put about 32 episodes on one recordable disc, and that's it, 32. But basically what happens is the longer the recording speed, the lower the bit rate gets. So it can be done. So like I'm saying, it can be done. Especially, but basically what I'm saying, it can be done. And, like I said, with the rare Blu-ray recorders that are out there, it probably can be proven. But like I said, that's just what DVD recorders can do. The only difference is the bit rate goes down. The bit rate goes down. And, with Blu-ray, you wouldn't have to worry about the bit rate ever really going down that much, because you would still have that nice, clear quality. You wouldn't have to worry about that, because you'd have that nice, clear quality, but that's only if someday, down the line, someone or some studio comes up with a true non-problem way, or problematic way, of remastering and presenting shows like Who's the Boss, Rescue Rangers, DuckTales, the Hogan Family. Until someone finds a way to present them, until someone finds a way to truly remaster in high def and present them, remaster and present them in a true Blu-ray high def presentation, only until that time comes, will you be able to just have the 4x3 format put onto Blu-ray with just the bit rate upped. And you would And that's about it. And that's about it. That's all you would get. Period. Like, that's all you would get. I mean, why do you think when Blu-ray came out, and even to this day, they advertised the fact that, hey, you can see your Blu-ray, you can even see your DVD. Why do you think they advertise the fact that you can even see your DVDs better than ever? And it's true, you can. And believe it or not, that's one part of the advertisement that stays true. You can. Because I was watching a DVD last night when my mom and my nephew went to the store to see the difference. And the difference between the Blu-ray conversion of it and the up DVD player conversion of it is it's a lot more colorful. You can see a lot more color, and that's a good thing. So, like I said, that's a good thing. You know, it's a lot more colorful and it's a lot more presentable. You can see that. Is it on the quality of Blu-ray? No, but the up conversion is a little bit better than a regular up converting DVD player. But the point is the point I'm trying to make is the point I'm trying to make, and again, I apologize if I'm a little out of it. I gotten up a little while ago. But again, the problem, well, not problem, but the difference between both Blu-ray disc and DVD disc is the fact that you get more space, a lot more space on a Blu-ray than you would on DVD. A Blu-ray holds more data and information. And two, when it comes to movies or even high-def shows and pay-per-views or whatever like that, you get better quality, you get better sound, you get a overall better experience, better overall image, just like they advertise. And like I said, if Disney or Warner Brothers or whoever ever decided, you know what, let's just go and re-release shows like Rescue Rangers, Tiny Toons, Animaniacs, Batman the Animated Series, Superman the Animated Series. If the day ever comes where they said, hey, let's just re-release them on Blu-ray in a regular 4x3 format, with the bit rate upped a bit, just like they've been doing out in the UK, then so be it. They're going to do that. So be it. They're going to do that. So, and that would be that's the other beneficiary. That's the other beneficiary of Blu-ray. The fact that, like I showed you earlier, and I think it was in part 1 or here in part 2, that the biggest difference is you can hold a lot more. Like I showed you an example with Sonic Sat-AM, the entire series could be on one disc without no problems. Rescue Rangers, the entire series could be on two to three discs, no problems. You know what I mean? So, Transformers going to Zero Nazarite could be probably put on 4 discs. That's Generation 1, no problems. Same with Gem, 4 discs, no problem. G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, G1, no problem. My Little Pony, Generation 1, its episodes, no problem. Because all they'd be would be no problem, because unless Shout Factory, when it comes to Transformers G1, G.I. Joe G1, My Little Pony, and Gem, and even Mask, and possibly even in Humanoids and Visionaries, if they decide, hey, let's do what Funimation recently did, and let's try to remaster this in high def, then they're going to screw up big time. Unless someone comes up with a, like I said earlier, a non-problematic way of doing it. But like I said, all those shows, no problem whatsoever. I mean, like within Humanoids and Visionaries, they weren't very long shows. And if they were to be put on Blu-ray, they'd be a 1-disc set. That's it. And they'd probably be, and the bit rate would be upped a little bit, and maybe they would look good even in a standard 4x3 format. So again though, that's the benefit of benefit of having Blu-ray. If that day ever came where they decided just re-release all the shows on Blu-ray, just up the bit rate but keep them in the regular standard format, the benefit would be you wouldn't have to worry, is that you would have the entire series almost within a short span. And, you know, you wouldn't have that many discs to worry about. They wouldn't have that many discs to worry about and use. And heck, it would probably save them money. But that is, again, the big difference between DVD and Blu-ray. DVD, basically, as you've seen, you got to have multiple discs released of the shows, time in and time out. I mean, Transformers released by Shout Factory is a 15-disc set. Gem released by Shout Factory is about 11-disc set. G.I. Joe, probably about the same. Mask, probably about the same, maybe if not a lot less. The thing is, like I said, that's the big difference. Just imagine how many deep Blu-rays Shout Factory would have to use if they would have re-released Generation 1 of Transformers on Blu-ray instead of DVD in its standard 4x3 format with the bitrate up to bit. Just imagine how many discs they would just have to use. 4. And maybe a 5th one for special features, and that's it. You see, again, that's the big difference between the two. Less disk space. You don't have to, that's the biggest difference there. Less DVDs or less Blu-rays being used to, put information on because they can hold so much compared to DVD. So, but that's basically the difference between DVDs and Blu-rays. And really, that's all I'm going to say. I apologize if I seemed a little out of it. I just woke up a little while ago, so I apologize for that. And I'm trying to be very quiet here. My nephew, 18-year-old nephew, who's staying a few days, is asleep, so yeah. But comment below, let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace out.